Hi everyone, this is Curator from ACG, and today I bring you the fastest what might have been known to man. This is what might have been for Batman Arkham Knight PC Edition. As I urged in my review annotations that people go and read up on the PC version of the game before even thinking about buying it, there is a reason. While the game did run fairly well on my most powerful of systems, I also have 3 others and decided to give it a go on those machines while doing the review, only to find out that hell is in the details. And details mean anything other than a single card top-of-the-line computer will maybe possibly run this, depending on the randomness of strangers' kindness and what fucking shirt you're wearing at the exact moment. Holy shit. Up first is what the game promised. It promised it'd be a Batman game that would run at least somewhat well, and that's about it. And what was delivered. This is as if the Sith Lord Fail Burgle crawled in through the air ducts of Iron Galaxy, the company in charge of the PC version, and mind-warbled the entire group team into thinking that reaching out and grasping failure like a sprinter stretching to win at the last second was a good idea, except this time the entire fucking team were the only ones on the track, meaning they all won, and they won in spectacular fashion. And of course the race was who could release the worst bog-eaten shit filthy broken-ass port of a lifetime on one of the biggest named games of this generation. Winner. Guys and gals, what I'm about to explain, I brutally believe that it proves that there has to be a change. Something has to occur. There has to be a system put in place for total recall of software upon the realization that it was programmed with the care of monkeys scratching their asses and sniffing their fingers. First, let's look at some of the press assets, which actually includes this hilarious picture here. Speed limit 30, but in the really small font, it must have also had the lettering FPS, because once again, as I spoke about in my Y episode this week about downsampling and anti-aliasing, yet another company decided locking a PC game to 30 frames per second made sense. This is like seeing the iceberg on the fucking Titanic and thinking, hey, you know what? I would love some ice for my drink. Let's just scrape some off, shall we? And then we continue with the horribly broken SLI support. If you don't know what that means you're grabbing 2 really powerful video cards and you're thrusting them into your motherboard like some kind of Jedi hammer in the ground. And that is as wonky as it is ill-paced. Reveling in stutter and misused cores like a pig revels in piles of shit. Hell, turning off SLI is almost universally making the game run faster, and if that doesn't scream, oh shit, what were they doing, then the next bits probably will. Let's discuss the fact that for many folks, the DLC just never appears, just doesn't even get attributed to their account. Who knows, maybe the company was just stopping them from having to wear that Batman anime suit I wore randomly throughout my entire playthrough to hide the syphilis scar around my neck. Oh wait, there's more. The audio work that is so brilliantly within the console versions of the game is locked out for many PC owners by the pesky situation known as no one understands or can fucking tell why. The game just randomly outputs only stereo to people with audio systems, the equivalent of Steven Spielberg's home theater setup. Basically, a 45-to-1 gets stereo output no matter what. Switching it causes it to sometimes switch back. Switch it back, switching back. Switches, switch it back. Turn it up, switching it back. No matter what you do, it always wants to do stereo. So, what's the cause, you ask? What could possibly lead a game to perform so woefully, especially when not held down by the shackles of past-gen technology, as the game companies have always said were stopping titles from truly excelling? That would probably be the addition of the fucking de novo DRM, that shit blight DRM that caused no end of problems for another game upon release called Lords of the Fallen, a game that suspiciously got crushed during its initial launch phase by a DRM so effective it not only stops pirates from getting the game, it stops devs from getting the money from the game because everyone asks for a goddamn Steam refund. In my opinion, people, this is why Steam refunds were created, not because someone dislikes a game purely based on its gameplay, but has no tangible reason for a return other than making a purchase based on taste and having it not be exactly met. No, this is when a game flatly runs like old people fuck, a general display of ineptitude for bug fixing, optimization, and planning, the likes of which spelled doom for us Americans when we invaded Canada in 1812 and thought no one would mind. Same kind of stupid decision making here, but nothing but wallets and enjoyment are being killed. And this is doubly sad because for some people it actually runs somewhat well. I ended up having it run somewhat well, and it did for me on my first system, but it can show a bewildering state of optimization from not much to holy shit, my 970 GTX is getting single frame per second numbers here. The only way you should be getting numbers like that is if you're trying to hack NORAD or trying to divide by the integer of stupid. And that also points out another issue with how the VRAM works. This game uses VRAM like the old stories about David Lee Roth sucking up other people's coke like a fucking Hoover vacuum. It absolutely taps out regardless of how much VRAM you actually have in your system, resulting in a boatload of technical problems. Which is doubly sad because since they understand how they can limit frame rate, they obviously know that within the engine there are ways that you can limit the game just going into the resources of your computer and fucking picking Harry Carey through it like it just doesn't care. Also, the lovely fact that if you try to use Steam Verify to verify the files, the entire goddamn game re-downloads. Good job, everybody. You know, video card manufacturers promise us the world with stacked memory, faster units, forced acceleration of various effects, and random GPU optimizations in each upgrade, promising varying degrees of childlike happiness the wider we open our mouths and wallets like baby birds in the nest, always wanting more. And then along comes Iron Galaxy and shoves a big old steaming pile where sustenance, fun, and good times should be. So as I said in my review for the console versions, to all you folks with PCs, you need to investigate this title heavily before even thinking of a purchase, and that means yes, even after it's patched, because currently the game's status is somewhere around a wish and a fucking curse. If you liked the video, hit like. If you disliked it, hit dislike, and peace out.